creating wealth, freedom, and security using real estate investing. This is Get Real Wealthy.
We're going to talk about having an investor mindset, actually developing that investor mindset. So why is mindset so important? Well, it's something that I overlooked, I would say, at the beginning of my journey. I thought it was kind of foo-foo and, why are they talking about mindset? What's the big deal? And as I have grown and become more experienced as a real estate investor, having done this for a very long time and acquiring, quite a bit of a portfolio, I know that mindset is the most important thing. And it has helped me to be able to grow and overcome the fear of doing different sorts of deals and getting things done. Overcoming fear is really important, especially when you have to do new things all the time when you're a real estate investor. One of the things that I do, and I outline it in my book on the Action Taker Real Estate Investing Planner. Actually, you can get a chapter 1 of that book by going to actiontakerrealestateplanner.com. But if you look at that, in my quarterly plan, I have a quarterly challenge. And that challenge is something that takes me out of my comfort zone. Every quarter I do that. And sometimes it's buying a larger property than I did before. Sometimes it could be a physical goal like running 10 kilometers. It just depends on what I'm focusing on in that quarter. By setting that challenge and developing that mindset, I'm able to achieve things that I didn't think I was going to achieve before. It helps you to get over the fear of failure. I think that sometimes we fear so much on making mistakes, and I don't really like to think of them as mistakes. I really like to think of it as like learning opportunities. I've been able to learn something new. Like, failing is not a bad thing. I know that in school we kind of get programmed to believe that getting a bad grade is a bad thing, but maybe that means that that's just not your strength. That you have other strengths that you should be focusing on. So the fear of failure, I think, is something that can affect your mindset, and you want to watch out for it. Another fear is losing money. Yes, people are so afraid about losing money that they don't take action. They listen to the podcast, they watch the videos, they read the books, they attend events. But when it comes to actually purchasing a property, they're scared out of their wits because they feel like they're going to lose money. And that's not what you want to do. You've got to develop that mindset that I am not going to lose money because I'm buying an asset that makes sense and I'm following these criteria. The other thing that you need to develop this investor mindset is, often you have this other fear. Seems like we're overcoming fears here, but it's a fear of looking bad to your friends and family because perhaps they're not doing that. I mean, one of the things why I started a real estate club back in 2008 was that I didn't have any peers that I knew that were investing in real estate. I had one uncle on my wife's side that had invested in a property, but that's about it. And he wasn't a really great example on, investing in real estate, to me anyways. I didn't have peers that I thought were going to be helpful for me. And so, talking about real estate with them, with other people who weren't investing in real estate, especially like family, were like, wow, like, Quentin, just focus on being a teacher. Why are you investing in real estate? You don't need that. You have a pension. I want to have control over my future. I don't want to have somebody have control over me. And so, I developed a mindset that allowed me to be able to do that. Looking bad in front of your friends and family because you decided to go and take another path or do another decision, getting over that fear is part of that investor mindset. The other, I would say, fear that you have is perhaps the fear of picking the wrong side. Is it a fear of like, I did not believe that the market would go in this direction. It went in this direction instead. And you picked the wrong side. Instead of worrying about picking the wrong side, do as much due diligence you can and make the right decision that you believe is right given all the information. But do it, okay? So don't fear about picking the wrong side or the wrong direction or the wrong asset class. You will be okay. You can make that decision, get it done, and you can always pivot later on, okay? There is another fear, I would say, is the fear of not being good enough, not having enough experience, not knowing enough, not having the right connections. You know, there is this fear that you need to overcome, that, you know, you can find the right people. You can get the right experience. You can bring on team members who will be able to help you to achieve your goals. Okay, so these are all part of developing an investor mindset, overcoming fears. Okay, so overcoming the fear of failure, overcoming the fear of losing money, overcoming the fear of looking bad to your friends and family, overcoming the fear of picking the wrong side, and overcoming the fear of not being good enough. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and this is a mindset episode, so take this, maybe listen to it again, subscribe, post a review, and make sure to share it with a couple of friends. And we'll see you on the next episode of Get Real Wealthy.
Make sure to check out getrealwealthy.com.
Until next time, I'm Quentin D'Souza. Get out there and take action.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are provided for information purposes only and should not be construed as an offer to buy or sell any securities or to make or consider any investment or course of action. For more information, go to getrealwealthy.com.